Hi, I'm Gayle Rubin, the doyen of death, with today's Mortality Minutes. Coming up November 3rd through the 10th, 2019, is the third annual Before I Die New Mexico Festival. We have 8 full days of events that get us thinking about, talking about, and hopefully doing something about our 100% mortality rate. We have a number of authors who are presenting as parts of panels or as individual speakers. And I want to introduce you to some of their books and the people who are speaking. One of our first ones will be in Taos on November 4th. Her name's Annie Mattingley, and she has a book called The After Death Chronicles. And it talks about the benefits of writing letters to the dead, specifically her daughter, and getting communications back from the other side. Annie will be participating in Taos on November 4th as a speaker on her own, and she'll be part of a panel in Santa Fe on November 6th with other authors talking about is there life after death. One of the other authors on that panel is Judith Fein, and she has a book called How to Communicate with the Dead. This is a very interesting book because Judith is a travel writer. The subtitle is, And How Cultures Do It Around the World, Communicating with the Dead. And there's some very interesting stories in here, including she goes to Israel and talks about the biblical story of King Saul, who committed suicide facing a big battle against the Philistines, and what happens with communications and mediums and other such folk. So, excellent book. By the way, I'm putting links to all of these books in the description below, so check out these books as we go along. Also, on November 9th, we will have a symposium at the University of New Mexico's Continuing Education Center. It's through the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. One of the books we'll be doing that morning will have Jenny Deere, the author of What Does It Feel Like to Die? And she's got inspiring new insights into the experience of dying. She talks a lot about her own mother's experience with hospice, and she interviews experts in the hospice and palliative care field and helps us understand the whole process of dying and how we can help our loved ones and ourselves. Also, on that morning's symposium, we will have visitors, speakers, including the veterinarian, Dr. Jeff Nichols, who has a book out, pet loss counselor Ann Bikey, and we'll have a whole panel on discussing pet loss and how we can better deal with that. The author Molly Shannon will be on another section of that symposium talking about genealogy research. She has written her own books and done her own family research, and she'll help you to understand best ways to go and research your family history. Also, at the various events, Peter Callan wrote Prepare to Die and Other Stuff Nobody Told You. This is a great form for planning ahead for end-of-life issues. It's a workbook, and it has many great insights. We are going to be actually doing drawings to give copies of this book away as part of the various events at all of the various days of the festival. And of course, you may not know this, but Gayle Rubin, yes, the doyen of death. I have written 3 books, including A Good Goodbye, Funeral Planning for Those Who Don't Plan to Die, Hail and Farewell, Cremation Ceremonies, Templates and Tips, and Kicking the Bucket List, 100 Downsizing and Organizing Things to Do Before You Die. I also just contributed to a new book called One Habit, the 100 Habits from the Happiest Achievers on the Planet. And the one habit that I contributed to this book is always embrace your uniqueness. As you might tell, I've got a rather unique shirt on today, and I find that being unique helps you stand out from the crowd. And this is a wonderful book with 100 of these habit suggestions from other people. I highly recommend you check that one out as well. And I can tell by the sands of time that our time is up. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to this channel, visit my website, agoodgoodbye.com, or the festival website, beforeidie.nm.com, to learn about all of the festival events that are coming up. And remember, just like talking about sex won't make you pregnant, talking about funerals won't make you dead. Start a conversation today.